Hey there and welcome back. In a few previous videos, and we'll link to those videos below, we've covered the 3 landing positions for both the snatch and the clean. Not surprisingly, there are 3 landing positions for the jerk as well, and with Becky's help, we're going to cover them today. First up is the power jerk. The landing position for a power jerk is a partial squat. So they both begin with the letter P, power, partial, so it's pretty easy to remember. The advantage of the power jerk is its simplicity. Your feet hardly travel at all. They barely leave the ground and they land right back in a squat width stance. Your hips and your knees are going to be in a partial depth squat. And due to its simplicity, the power jerk is often used as kind of an intermediate step in the process of learning either the split jerk or the squat jerk. Next up, the squat jerk. Not surprisingly, the landing position for the squat jerk is a squat. In other words, a full depth squat. Now, of these landing positions that we're covering today, the squat jerk has the lowest landing position, which means that the weight has to travel the least amount of distance before you can lock it out overhead. So with that in mind, there is great potential to lift a whole bunch of weight in the squat jerk. However, that's tempered by 2 potential drawbacks. Number 1, you've got to have real good flexibility to hit what is essentially a narrow grip overhead squat position. Drawback number 2 is that you have very little front to back stability. When you split, and we'll get to that in a second, when you split, you've got good front to back stability, whereas in the squat jerk, you have very little of that front to back stability, and so because of that, it's very unforgiving of deviations in the bar path. And last up, we have the split jerk. The landing position for the split jerk is the split stance, which is to say 1 foot forward and 1 foot back. Now, the split jerk allows you to drop lower than you would in a power jerk, and it also has better front to back stability than a squat jerk and doesn't require the kind of flexibility that you would need for a squat jerk. So for these reasons, the split jerk is by far the most common version of the jerk that you'll see in both training and competition. We hope this was useful for you, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.